Hey everyone, it's Miss Lopresti again. This is going to be probably 1 or 2 days worth of work for you. So I wanted to make a screencast for you, this lesson, so that you can kind of get an idea of how this should go, because it's really difficult, I know, for you guys to do this on your own. So I'm trying my best to make this as clear as possible for you. But basically, after you know what the task is and you watch the first screencast, I hope, where I went through, what your job is to do while writing this argumentative essay, you have to start the steps now. So in your OneNote or on Schoology, there is this document, okay, and it's called Argumentative Research Directions. Okay, it's right here, okay, and what I did is I gave you step-by-step directions so that you know exactly what you should do in order to write this essay. So everything has steps. So whether you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the first step is to take out the bread. The next step is to put on the peanut butter and then put on the jelly. It's the same thing for writing an essay. You don't want to just sit down and start writing. You need to do it step by step. And because I told you that you're going to be using a certain database, I think it's really important for us to kind of do this step by step. So what I would do is try to maybe have a split screen so that you have these directions up on one side of your computer, and then you have the WTPS.org homepage on another side. So I think on your laptops, and I'm not sure, but on mine, I have this little square down here at the bottom, and when I hover over it, it says Task View. When I click on that, I can see all the different windows that I have popped up. And I can take one of those windows and right click on it and snap that to the left. And then I could take my other window that I want and just click on that and snap that to the right. So now I have my WTPS.org homepage. Actually, I'm going to go to this right here. Okay, so I want everybody to go to WTPS.org and then have the directions here on the other side of your screen, so that this way you could kind of go back and forth pretty easily. Now, if you're having trouble doing a split screen, I would recommend that you actually print out these directions if you have a printer, because it just makes it easier to do this task. The other thing that you could do is, if you don't have a printer, you might be able to use your phone to go to Schoology, WTPS.org, Schoology, and bring up the directions for the argumentative essay, or go to your OneNote through your phone. I'm not sure if you have the OneNote app, but those are different ways that you can access these directions if you're unable to do a split screen, okay, or you don't have a printer. You can do it through your phone. So number 1 says go to WTPS.org. All right, so we did over here, okay, WTPS.org. And then you want to click on Washington Township High School for your school. Now, because I have a split screen, it looks like I have the app version, which is a little different. So I think what I'm going to do is minimize this, and I'm going to make this actually a full view so that I could follow the directions and you guys can kind of see. So I'm just reading off the directions. I know it's not here on the screen, but I will read them off to you. So number 1 was WTPS.org, and number 2 is to click on Washington Township High School as your school. So over here where it says Our Schools, you want to just click on that arrow and drop down to Washington Township High School. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to get to the next step, which is number 3. Because the next step says, for number 3, go to Departments. Okay, you want to hover over Departments, and then you want to go to IMC. Okay, so if you're not at Washington Township High School, you're not going to get our library. So you want to make sure that you're at Our School, Departments, and then IMC. Okay, step number 4 says to click on Databases Home Access. So over here on the left, we're going to click on Databases Home Access. Okay, now I'm already logged in, but it's going to bring you to a login page. And then when you log in, you're going to log in with your computer ID and the PIN that you use when you log onto your school computer. So it's just like you're logging into your school computer. It'll actually tell you too. So if you have trouble logging in, just, take a breather, read the directions because it'll be right there on the screen when you log in. Okay. So once you are logged in, you're going to see the IMC homepage here for databases. And number 5 on the direction sheet says to look under the section Current Events, Controversial Issues, and Debate Topics. There it is. Okay. And then it says to click on Gale Opposing Viewpoints in Context. And there it is. So we're going to click on that. That is the one database that we're using. Now, I just got the login, okay? So which is good. I'm glad that you saw this. So for you, your students, so you're going to put in your name from the school for login and then password from the school. I'm staff, so mine's going to be a little different. Okay, and I have to put in my copier number. And that should let me log in. Okay, so when you log in, you're going to see something like this. When, what you have to do now is you have to pick a topic. Okay, you have to think about a topic. So number 6 on the directions, and I'm just going to bring that up again just to show you. Oops, that's the wrong one. There it is. Okay, we're right here now on number 6. Click on Browse Issues for Ideas. Look for the light bulb icon above it. So I'm going to minimize that. There it is. Browse Ideas. So this is it. This is what you pick. Okay, you could pick anything you think is a controversial issue. There you have fake news on social media, right? You have FBI, feminism, food safety, food waste, plagiarism, police brutality, anything. You pick something that you think is going to be a topic that's of interest to you. And you're going to have to argue that topic. And the reason we went to this database is because these are opposing viewpoints. These are controversial issues. You can find pros and cons to these particular topics. Okay, so pick one that you like. I picked one that, I don't know, I just saw something and it wasn't something I thought everybody would be picking. So when I scroll down, I think I picked sentence and prison reform. So it was right here, sentence and prison reform. So if we go back to the directions, and bring them back up again, it says 7, choose an issue that matters to you. I picked sentence and prison reform. And then you're going to type in your issue. So I typed in sentences and prison reform. Once you do that, you're going to open up your article and scroll down until you see your citation. If you do not see a citation, then click the cite or quote icon at the top right of the page. So let me show you what that is. I actually have it on a different page, so I'm going to bring up my, no, maybe not. All right, so let me click on my topic, which was, what did I say? It was sentences in prison reform. There it is. This is the article that I used in order to do my sample informational essay. Okay, now I have this article. I'm going to click read more, and then that gives me the entire article. And that one article is going to be enough for me to write my essay. I'm sorry, the birds are chirping in the background, so it makes this a very happy lesson. Okay, so I'm going to use this. All right, I like the article. It's kind of long. I think I have enough things in there, enough facts, examples to do, a longer essay, not a 5-paragraph essay, but an essay that's fairly long. So since I'm going to use this, the first thing I have to do is grab the citation. Okay, so I'm going to have to open up a Word document, and I'm going to have to paste this into that document. So I'm going to hit select. I want to make sure I'm MLA, and I am. Okay, so I select it. I'm going to hit Control-C. Okay, Control-C. Now I'm going to open up a document. Okay, because it says we're on 9 here. Open up your article, scroll down till you see your citation. If you do not see a citation, click cite or quote, which I didn't show you, so let me go back and show you that. Okay, I saw the citation, but if I didn't, see that right there, there's little quotes. You can click that, and that will also give you your citation. Okay, so now going back to the directions. It says open up your article, scroll down until you see the citation. If you do not see a citation, then click on the cite or quote icon, copy and paste your citation to a Word document. Okay, so that was my citation. And then you're going to title your Word document, Argumentative Essay Grade 10. All right, so let's do that. So I'm going to open up a new document. And I'm going to hit Control V. And there is my works cited page. Okay? And if I look at the directions again, it says to title your Word document Argumentative Essay Grade 10. So I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save it to my OneDrive. And I'm going to title it according to the directions. Argumentative Essay Grade 10. Okay? And then if I just make this bigger, you'll see I would hit Save. Okay? But I'm not going to save this. Okay, so now we're going to go back, hit Don't Save, go back to the directions, and it says, then click on the Share button at the top right of the document. Make sure it says, anyone with the link can edit. Share the document with me at llopresti@wtps.org. This will allow me to make comments on your rough draft and help you through the process. Okay, so I know that all you have right now is a citation, and I shouldn't have gotten rid of it, but I'll do it again. I'll open up a new document. Just pretend that I already had this done. Okay, so just going back to the original directions, we copy and pasted that citation. Eventually, we're going to start typing our essay on this piece of paper here. Okay, right now we just have a works cited. Okay, in fact, if you want, you can write down here, works cited. Okay. You can put your name up at the top. I'm going to put your name. Okay? And eventually you're going to have your MLA heading. But for right now, just put your name. And you're going to share this document with me. Even though you don't have anything on there, you're going to share it with me. And as you share it with me and you make changes to it, this document will constantly update. And I can see your progress on this essay through the entire step of this process. I'll be right there with you on this document, but only if you hit that share button and share it with me. So you hit share, and then you go to OneDrive, Washington Township. You're going to name your document, like I said, Argumentative Essay. And then you're going to put in my email address. But you want to make sure that you click anybody with this link can edit, okay? Because if you don't click edit, then I won't be able to make comments on it. And then you'll be hearing from me in an email. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So I'm going to not save this. Okay, let's get back to the directions and see where we are. All right, so now that you've shared it with me, you can go back to your article and you're actually going to start highlighting. Okay, so you're going to read and highlight. Now, I am not going to collect your highlights. Okay, I'm not going to go into your account and see what you highlighted, but this is a very important stage in writing your essay. Without your highlights, you're not going to know what to put in your essay. Now, you are eventually going to take those highlights and put them in a graphic organizer. That's going to be another lesson, okay? And I will be collecting those graphic organizers. So you can't skip this stage. You have to do your highlights, okay? So what are you going to highlight? Well, in the directions, we have one, the claim. You have to find what the overall stance is in the essay, okay? And hopefully it's the stance that you want to argue, because if not, you may have to find a different article, okay? You want to find reasons. You want to find data or evidence, okay? And you want to have an explanatory statement. You want to have a counterclaim, a rebuttal. These are all the main parts of your essay, okay? So I use different colors to show what I highlighted. So for example, I used purple when I found the writer's stance on the issue. I used green to highlight my reasons, and I used yellow to highlight my data or my evidence, quotes, from people, things that you can't dispute. I even found an explanatory statement that I liked. Now that's going to be your words, so that's not highlighted, but I did include that in my essay. I did include an explanatory statement. The counterclaim I did find in the article, so I highlighted that in red, and the counterclaim is basically the opposing view, and then the rebuttal is when you quickly disagree with that opposing view, and I highlight that in red as well. Okay, so 13, I said, then you're going to fill out your graphic organizer, but I will show you that in a separate video. For right now, I just want you to read and highlight the article, and then I will show you how to do the graphic organizer, and I'll show you